Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Live from Dota 2! Well, that was probably the worst sort of radio announcer voice ever. That ain't no AC, let me just put it like that. Gonna be playing Viper today. Viper is a hero I have loved for a long time. I don't like him as much in Dota 2 because he's a fat, ugly snake compared to this sleek black dragon that he usually was. But he's still really fun, and I think the Corrosive Skin change is really making him very powerful. And he is a pretty decent pick in Dota 2 these days in the competitive scene. Please. And looks like I'm going against SF, which is good. SF versus Viper should be in Viper's favor. But yeah, in regards to his place in the competitive scene, I think he's pretty much where he should be. I think he might be a little bit overrated in the competitive scene because he has a lot more weaknesses than I think he has strengths. But he's still a very strong mid laner. He can pretty much be any melee mid, which you should do if you're a ranged hero for the most part. You can be a lot of strong range, including Shadow Fiend if you play it right. But knowing me, I probably won't play it right. I'll probably play it completely wrong. But yeah, Viper, his Corrosive Skin change is actually really strong. And I go a different build than a lot of Viper players do, but I see some North American Dota players do it in sort of high-level score environment. So what I do is I get Nether Toxin at 1 to help me last hit because I'm balls at last hitting, and Viper's Daze damage is pretty low in the beginning. Then I get either 1 point to Corrosive Skin or 1 point into Poison Attack, get 3 points into Poison Attack by level 5, Viper Strike, and then max Corrosive Skin. Don't get the 4th point into Poison Attack because Corrosive Skin is such a strong ability, and I'll go over why in a little bit more detail. But just going back to Viper's choice or Viper's situation in the mid lane.
30 seconds to battle.
Snow. I think Viper, he's pretty strong in the mid lane, but he has a lot of weaknesses. One, he doesn't have any way to control the runes. He's a single target hero. He can't push the wave out like a Shadow Fiend with the raises. He can't clear stuff like Queen of Pain or Magnus. He doesn't really make great usage of Bottle Crow, which is good and bad. You don't need to spend 600 gold for a bottle, but you won't have that ready source of mana regeneration. Another problem with Viper, he's super slow. 285 move speed is just really slow, and that just makes it very difficult to actually go in for ganks with Viper unless you're pretty far ahead items-wise with this hero. So that's a main problem. And third problem is that he's very easily ganked. And actually, a couple of the games recently, I've just been ganked non-stop by like 4 or 5 people at the beginning of the game. And Viper, if you don't get going in the beginning of the game, then you're just going to have a brutal time of it. So I fucked up my creep block a little bit. I'm not really worried about denies so much. I'm just worried about screwing up his own last hits. So it looks like he wants to rest, so I'm going to probably put a point to Corrosive Skin at level 2. I missed. So he got a last hit. That's annoying. So Viper, I like to get fast boost of speed because, again, I don't need to save up for fast bottle or anything like that.
I fly into a rage.
So Shadow Fiend's starting to get his souls rolling, which is very concerning. But all I need to do is get last hits. Now, Corrosive Skin is such a strong ability because no matter if it's something like an Ion Shell, anything that hits you will just do a nice amount of slow and a respectable amount of damage to the opposing hero. And actually, it's really funny because even though Queen of Pain is actually a bad matchup, if she goes in for a Shadow Strike, the Poison Attack debuff will just sort of repeatedly stack itself. So that way, even while you're getting poisoned, the enemy person's getting poisoned as well. So right now, looks like Shadow Fiend is starting to raise for some creeps. And now I have a point to Poison Attack. I'm not going to play it too aggressively. I'm going to rush Fast Boots because, again, I'm not going to get Bottle. So I'll just get this. I might have to get Bottle against Shadow Fiend because if he lands too many raises, that could be a problem. But yeah, as long as I'm in... If I get just merely scraped by a raise... Oh, I misclicked a couple times. That's annoying. It's alright. So I just want to see SF. He doesn't have the bottle. I don't know if he ran him Shadow Fiend. I'm inclined to believe that he didn't. So he's not going to go for the rune just yet. Now the annoying thing about this matchup in particular is that I really can't leave the lane, because if Shadow Fiend ever gets too many souls online, then you can just push the wave super easily, take a tower, and just really, really screw up the lane by a tremendous amount. But so far, things are going pretty well. I'm getting some decent last hits online. I'm not really contesting his denies, I'm just more worried about screwing up his own last hits. And SF has a slightly better attack animation than I do. So SF might get the bottom rune. I guess we'll see. Yep, SF miss. So he's getting the bot rune for sure. Or he's bottle crowing. I don't know. So this is the point where I want to be... I have boots, I have poison attack, but he pulled the creeps up. So I don't want to dive in uphill without vision. That would be bad. But now I can try to pick up a relatively easy kill. I can just look to usher him away. Alright. This is not the best situation ever. So SF is bot rune. So I like to get on Viper. Well, I'm definitely going to need a magic wand in this lane because SF is here. I want to get a TP in order to counter gank because I'm not really going to be able to travel the river, otherwise SF will just push my lane and potentially kill off my tower very easily. So I like getting a lot of move speed on Viper. A lot of Vipers like to get treads, but I think move speed, since Viper is so fucking slow, he really needs that move speed, so I like going phase on Viper. And I sort of make up for the lack of mana with Viper Strike by just getting a later game Agnes.
Yeah, I got slapped.
So right now he got a haste rune. That's annoying because I can't kill him because Viper, he's a slow monster. But that's pretty much all he can do. Another annoying thing about Viper, of course, is that you can just teleport from him. And there's really nothing that you can do. So SF is... Alright, well, mutually assured destruction. I misclicked a couple times, but he's going to respawn a bit slower. So I think I will be able to level 6 off of this once I respawn. I'm going to finish a Wraith Band as well, give me a bit of stats, and hopefully you can kit test the next round. So, Wraith Band, get another TP, go TP, SF is respawned. Alright, so now I should have complete control over this lane, because SF is going to respawn with very few souls under his belt. I mean, he's only level 6, so he doesn't have level 4 take. I don't need. SF miss. So now with this... So I'm just gonna orb block.
I'm coming.
Easy kill, easy life. Not much I need to do there other than just auto-click him. So you saw there I destroyed the rune because I knew SF would take it, and obviously I wouldn't be able to get it if SF took it.
Wait for disruptor.
So rather than just him picking up the Invis rune, I just decided to kill it. So now SF is really far behind because he's lost even more souls. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to gank the other lanes for the moment because I don't have much mana. And you know anything about Viper, he's a bit mana starved in the early game. So I'm just going to auto-attack the wave out a bit, try to apply a bit of pressure to the mid tower, force a reaction. And you can see I'm maxing Corrosive Skin just because it's such a strong ability. Looks like we're getting a bin. And by we, I mean them. I didn't do anything. I'm gonna have my phase boots up relatively soon, and with that, I might be able to teleport around and get some ganks going. So right now, SF is really gonna be struggling quite a bit, because now not only will he be slowed by an incredible margin, by his own attacks, he's going to take a significant amount of punishment with his raises, and SF of course is very squishy. And I do believe that Xiaofeng does lose to Viper in the mid lane, or he should. So I'm going to pick up the phase boots here.
Ward there.
And I'm just going to auto attack the wave out. I just really want to
Forward.
deny SF the rune.
More. For me.
So SF bot rune,
With
SF miss,
intent.
care bot.
Gliding in.
So I got the phase boots, I got mobility on my side, SF is missing. A bit worried he might go bot, but Slaughter is pretty tanky. So I want to apply as much pressure to Spectre as possible, because Spectre is just gonna destroy us. So SF got a regen rune, which is probably the best rune, because that's not gonna save him.
I glide on.
So SB has charge. Charge, dude. Okay.
Thrust.
Okay. Nice kill. I turn on autocast there because I knew he'd nightmare me and I didn't want to, you know, mess up my attacks. It wouldn't really make the biggest difference. I just want to see how many souls SF has. Only 16, and of course SF's
Your
soul
middle
cap
tower
is
under attack.
higher than 16. How much magic damage do they have? Is Dusa ancienting?
Forward.
I don't know. I don't know where she is.
Check
I thought she would be.
So if Dusa's
They just
ancienting,
did.
that's really, really bad.
They had full health.
Because she's gonna have a very fast minus. And we can't deal with a Dusa and a Spectre late game.
The bang.
I mean, we have some decent late game heroes, but not on par with Dusa's Spectre. Where the hell are they? I'm very confused.
I fly into a rage.
I'm gonna try to mark this Dusa.
Yes.
Take the illusion.
Illusion.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Unleathering wing.
Is she stacking these? No. And SF didn't go for bot rune, and she didn't go for
Your
top rune.
middle tower is under attack.
I'm just gonna keep it neutral there.
Gliding in.
Is she in our ancients?
Overseen.
Yeah, we should definitely push. This is very, very scary. Where's Spectre?
I
Where is everybody? Alright, No, that's Windrunner. Alright,
malicious intent.
so there's Dusa.
Forward.
Alright, I'll wait for Spirit Breaker to get a bit closer.
Strike.
Your top tower is under
My
attack.
poison concentrates.
They should be able to kill off Dusa. So at least I can push out the wave a bit.
Your top tower.
They should be able to kill off Dusa. Alright, they killed Dusa. Well played. And of course, Nether
Your
Toxin
top
does do
tower is under
quite well.
attack.
Unleathering wing.
Alright, so Thrall is dead. But Thrall for
Your top
Dusa is
tower
definitely worth
is
it.
under attack.
And we should be able to take down this tower.
We probably can't dive that far yet.
And I got the last hit, so that's
Enemy's
very good.
middle tower
So
has
considering how
fallen.
this game is going,
Your top tower is under attack.
Swoop the battle.
that's good. Considering how the game's going, I might want a point booster. I kind of want a Yasha, just so I can move fast. I like to usually go... I don't think I need a BKB this game, but I like to go either Yasha into BKB, straight up BKB, or
Glide on.
Yasha into Ags. So right now, this game is going super well for us. I'm gonna get my 4th point to poison attack now. I'm not really needing Corrosive Skin so much, but I like having it. It's very, very strong defensive option. And I think Viper, his strength is... I mean, you've seen I really don't need that 4th point to poison attack. And I don't really Nether Toxin as much since I went for the Phase Boots build. If I went for Treads, I might have considered going another route. But now I have my Yasha online, and that's going to be really, really powerful. So let's see, get the Yasha.
Double damage.
Let's push this tower.
I glide on.
This tower should die relatively easily.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Sardar is a dagger. Kind of feel bad for this SF, but I've played so many games with Viper recently where they just send 5 people to gank me mid.
Poison burn.
So right now we're in a huge advantage. Another annoying thing about Viper is that if he gets going in the early stages game, he is one of those heroes who can just die pretty easily.
In your eye.
Well, he can't die necessarily too easily, but he could give up a gold streak if you are out of position. And he's not like a Quap or a Storm where, you know, you can just get yourself out of a lot of situations. He's very slow, so if you pick up a pretty big skill streak, then you will be more likely than somebody like a Quap to just sort of die at one stage in the game. But I'm getting some good items. I'm gonna go for Aghanims next. I want to have the Spectre and Dagon.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Maybe the recent losing streaks have sent me back to normal high Q. Usually I play on very high Q. Let's see, he's taking additional damage from Corrosive Skin. You want some of this, Windrunner? I have a lot of magic reduction. Alright, alright, alright. Let's not get too cocky. So I'm gonna pick up a point booster here, so I can go straight into Aghanims. Sell the Tangos, get a TP. Get my point booster. Work towards the Aga. Spectre and Dagon. I don't know why. He's trolling.
Yes.
I wonder if that recent losing spree has sent me back to high tier.
Wings.
Who knows? I'm gonna check after this game to see if I'm still in very high.
With malicious intent. Golden cargo. I fly.
So Aghanims on Viper is really, really strong
Overseen.
because Viper Strike does go through BKB and it does slow down enemy by a ridiculous amount. 80% move speed, 80% attack speed at its highest level, which is absolutely fucking fantastic.
I'm not ready. I glide on.
So I got Nightmared. Looks like Spectre Hunt dispelled that. Oh, no Spectre.
I fly into a rage.
Is that the Rosh timer? Oh, it's the new chat wheel functions. That's pretty cool. That tickle. But yeah, Aghanim Scepter on Viper is so strong because it's pretty strong against Lifestealer because it goes through Rage, but keep in mind you should probably cast it after Rage because I'm pretty sure you can dispel these slowing effects with Rage.
The enemy's top tower has
And keep in
fallen.
mind Nether Toxin does half damage to towers, so it's still going to be very useful in terms of pushing. But the best thing about Aghanim Scepter, besides its ridiculously short cooldown of 12 seconds, is its casting range increase of 900. And Viper is an interesting hero because he has a 575 range. Viper Strike has, I think, 600 cast range, but once you get the Aghanims, you get 900 cast range for a huge damage slow, huge damage sort of nuke that can just really, really tear through the opposition that you can cast every 12 seconds. And yeah, it is a bit mana intensive, but what are you honestly going to spend your mana on? Poison attack? That was nice.
Here's poison in your eye.
Yeah, how'd they find out? Hacking. Hacking and slashing. Alright, I think they gave up.
Gliding in.
I wonder if I'm actually back in high tier. This does not seem like a very high tier game.
Spitting distance.
But our starter is good. He had Blink at a good time. Our Disruptor and Lion are good. I guess it's just one of those games where we get all the right people on our team, and they don't. So I finished the 18-minute Ag Yasha, which is really, really good. I don't think I've ever gotten an Ag Yasha phase boots timer that fast.
Overseen.
This is likely fucked. So, in case you guys don't know, you can animation cancel your poison attack, so you don't draw the creep aggro, and also you can move forward a bit in between casts since you won't be just right-clicking constantly. You don't have the attack speed, so every bit of movement with a hero as slow as Viper is definitely going to be crucial. So it's essential that you keep animation canceling until you get to the very late game, where you might mess up some poison attacks here and there, or you have the attack speed where you can just, you know, overcome the animation canceling.
Overseen.
So, bad mid lane matches for Viper. I think Viper, he's decent in the trial lane, but I think he's probably best in the mid position because he wants to get levels, because he's an interesting hero. He's very strong early game, he sucks in the mid game, and he gets decently powerful in the late stages of the game. Well, he doesn't suck in the game, it depends how good of a start you get off to. But since he is a single target hero, he can't flash farm effectively whatsoever. So it's important that you get off to a good start with Viper, otherwise it's very difficult to catch up. Because he's slow, he doesn't have a flash farming ability. So you want to get the best lane set up. So I like going mid because I get experience with Viper. I can beat a lot of mids. The mids that Viper has the most trouble with are, I guess, OD, because everybody has trouble with OD. I mean, I can just spam the Viper strike at this stage, 12-second cooldown.
Your top tower is under attack.
Ruse Curry. But OD, definitely a bad matchup for Viper.
Your top tower is under attack.
Silencer, I think, is a really bad matchup for Viper,
Your
because
top
all
tower
of his
has fallen.
spells, or none of his abilities are actually spells. Spectres now. Tony yelled that shit. Silencer's a really bad matchup for Viper. Quap, I think, is really... It's not super bad, but it's annoying because you can't contest any runes, and Quap can just outmaneuver you, keep the lane pushed out, and just makes your life really hard. And Viper can't ever kill a Quap unless the Quap plays bad. So Quap is annoying. I like the matchup against Puck because you can bait out the illusory orb, and you can out-harass the Puck, I feel like, especially if you have Corrosive Skin. And Puck's nuke is a bit less salable to a certain extent, because you don't want to use your escape mechanism. But yeah, Silencer, OD, Quap, I think are his worst matchups. So right now, I should probably try to break the base, but I mean, they're not farmed. I feel kind of bad. Then again, I don't really, because recently, again, I've just been getting ganked 30,000 times.
With malicious intent.
With the Viper in the middle lane, which is just super annoying to deal with.
I fly.
So it's nice that I'm actually having a decent game with Viper.
I roam.
So his status in the current metagame, I think he's a bit overrated because I see him a lot more frequently, and actually in the past couple weeks he has died down in terms of frequency. People like to pick him against OD because he doesn't need mana so much, he just wants to stay in the lane. But Viper, if you don't get that much done in the early stages of the game, it's difficult to catch up, to say the least. What's up, mana range? Just spam that shit all day, every day.
I fly into a rage.
So we have a Dessa on our side.
I'm not ready. Unleathering wings.
Stone struck.
I'm under attack!
See how little damage that did with Corrosive Skin? That magic reduction. So crucial. And now I have Viper Strike back online.
Viperous. With malicious.
You know, it'd be really obnoxious if Corrosive Skin applied to towers. That would be so obnoxious. My towers obviously can't get poisoned.
Into a rage. Yes.
So right now I'm just auto-attacking because I can't be asked to go for last hits.
Thrust.
I kind of want a lot of Ring of Elves. I mean, Spectre haunts in on me. He can't kill me. It's a bit annoying breaking into the base of their team.
I'm not ready.
I'll just poison attack Rush. Actually, Rush might die before I can even poison attack him.
One fell.
I got the last hit.
Falling to the radiant.
Totally earned.
Swoop the battle. There are better deaths. Gliding in.
Yeah, let me know how you guys like Viper. Let me know if you keep wanting me to do these. I like these change of pace games. You know, just me sort of casually explaining them, similar to the first impressions video, but not as truly as pumptastic.
Not yet.
Well, Spectre is not top. He lied to me.
I will.
Son of a bitch. I want to just go in for a casual Viper Strike, but I'll just get a Reaver. Let's see, where is the Reaver? There is the Reaver.
I fly.
6.9 HP regen with no regen items. Pretty good. Viper has really bad stat growth, which is annoying. I like these sort of
Leathern wings.
low stat growth heroes for whatever reason, like Razor and Viper.
Schooled you good. Yes. Swoop the battle.
That was just a harassment Viper Strike. Oh, whoops.
The enemy's middle tower has
Stone Gaze, the most annoying spell in the game. What a stupid ultimate. But good thing we're winning, otherwise we might have just gotten team wiped by the ultimate.
Dire
They can
structures
challenge
are
us.
fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, we didn't get rocks yet. We should probably try to take those down.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Kind of miss the old Dota 1 mechanic where the attack modifier would fluctuate, so you could actually see how much damage another toxin was doing, but I mean, that's not really the biggest deal.
Your bottom tower
I
is
just
under
want to have
attack.
old, sleek, black Drake Viper, rather than big, green slug Viper. That was good. Double stun.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Oh wow, I didn't get the kill
Your
for that
top
winner.
tower is under
I
attack.
thought that would have been enough. I guess not.
I fly into a rage.
Your top tower is under attack.
My fangs.
Thanks.
Fangs. Sharpen. Yes.
Your top tower is
Fucking
under
Tony.
attack.
Feel the bang.
Your top tower is under attack.
Poison burn.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
I'm not getting any kills from these fountain farms. Took a bit of a clip. Oh no, tower! He's gonna haunt in for me.
To the nether realm.
Motherfucker!
Air support arrives.
Let's see, get the travels. What are you buying, Secret Shop? Demon Edge. Going to Rapier.
My poison concentrates.
Gotta make up that kill streak.
All your blood sour.
So, that's gonna be it. Bit one-sided. But it's a nice game, Viper game where I had an advantage for once. Well, thanks for watching. And I'll be back with the next episode relatively soon. And I'm gonna cast more stuff relatively soon as well. So this will just be to tide you over. Raid Call finals are coming up tomorrow. I have some AMD Premier League Season 2 games I should probably cast. So there's still a lot of casts. Oh yes, I got the doubles. I have an Annis card too. VP.
One more for my
Why does Arzar
clever.
look like he's 12 in this picture? Alright. Well, see you next time.